I know summer is over, but honestly, I feel like the best time to lose weight is in the fall/winter after the summer. Like, now it's getting a little colder. You don't have as much pressure on your body. Like, you don't have pressure to be wearing like all the skimpy outfits and like to be looking cute all the time. You can wear your big sweaters, your oversized whatever, and nobody's looking at you strange. You're a lot more comfortable because your body is likely covered, which is which I feel is gonna allow you to be more into your diet, like allow you to stick to it more because you're more comfortable in your body. So it's not like you don't have that anxiety. You're not stressed about it all the time. So I feel like this is the best time to start because now you can get started and honestly be done before spring comes. So when spring is coming around, all the girls are like, here's how to get snatched before summer. You're like, I already did. I already did it. I'm already there. All you have to do is maintain. Okay? The first thing you have to realize, in my opinion, is that your body is more than likely a result of your habits, like the way your body looks, right? So if you want that body that by next summer, you need to not worry so much about the body and worry more about the habits. Worry about establishing the habits because the habits you don't have right now is more than likely the reason you don't have the body right now. If you had the habits, you would probably have the body. So you need to worry about establishing those habits. And the thing is, now you have time. You have time to do it because summer just ended. So you have almost a whole year, almost like a couple months, minus a couple months before you have to worry about it again. So I feel like this is the best time. And also, I feel like when you're hyper focused on your body, like when you're hyper focused on the habits, it takes away from the focus on the body. Because when you're focused on the body, like you're like worried about it, like gee, can I? You're waiting for an end date, like you're waiting for the day that you'll be able to stop your diet and then you'll be able to go back to your normal way and blah blah blah. But when you're focused on the habits, like the body just comes because you're worried about the habits. You're worried about establishing what you should be doing. Okay, so focus on the habits. I feel like that's the first point. The second point is figuring out what your biggest pain point is. I feel like for everybody, there's like that one or two things. Like it could be multiple, but you need to figure out the biggest one so you can tackle it, right? Like, is it emotional eating? Is it binge eating for you? Is it just that you eat normal portions, but your food is always high calorie? Is it that you're eating low calorie foods, and you're eating healthy, but you're eating a lot, right? So in that case, your portion is like huge. Is it that yeah, you eat normal when it comes to food, but like when it comes to drinks, you're always getting those super sweet, almost 1,000 calorie drinks? Is that your problem? You need to figure out what your biggest problem is and tackle that. Because when you deal with that, you would have dealt with most of your problem. You would have dealt with most of your problem. And then you'll be seeing results a lot faster because you've dealt with the biggest problem, right? And the thing is, you need when you start now, you have a lot more time to establish this habit because I read somewhere that it says like 21 days to establish a habit, but then I also had heard that it was 60 days, so I'm not really sure which one it is, but I do know that you have enough time because we're starting so early. So definitely take advantage of that. The third thing is making a plan. I feel like it's very important to make a plan. And not just any plan, a plan that is good for you. A plan that is good for you. That's the important part, okay? That plan has to be good for you. So do not follow my plan if it's not good for you, right? Some people are like, oh, I'm going to go running every day, but they know they hate running. But then the thing that really gets me is it's not just that they're going running. They want to go for that 3 mile run. It's like, babes, how about we start with 1 mile a day? 1 mile a day. And the thing is, when you're first starting, you don't even have to run the whole mile. You could do, okay, we're going to walk for 2 minutes, run for 1 minute, walk for 2 minutes, run for 1 minute until we get to a mile. But like, don't rush into it. Do something that makes sense and that is sustainable for you. You don't have to follow other people's way of doing it if you don't like it. And then something else is, oh, because if you're doing that, if you're just jumping to the other extreme, you're gonna keep going from extreme to extreme. Like, from not doing anything and from giving up on your goals to doing everything all at once and expecting all the results in 1 second. Like, you need to find balance where you're doing something, not everything, not nothing, but you're doing something or some things and you're getting some results. It doesn't have to be the maximum results, and it doesn't have to be no results at all, right? You're somewhere in the middle, you're finding balance. That's the best place to be. And also, you need to find a little variety, right? Like, a little variety is not gonna hurt, because you don't, not everybody has to do the running and not everybody has to do the walking, right? There are multiple types of workouts you can do. It's not just walking. Like, you can do yoga, you can do Pilates, right? You can do any sports. And it's not just tennis and pickleball either. Like, they're like swimming, racquetball, basketball. Like, you can do, I don't know, whatever other sports there are. Like, go play soccer or something, right? You can do snowboarding, skiing, ice skating if those are available to you, or surfing if you're in that kind of area, right? I feel like even cliff diving, honestly, could be a workout, because it depends on how many times you do it. Because you have to do all that jumping, get into the water, swim out, climb up, jump. So it depends on how many times you do it. Like, that could most definitely be a workout, in my opinion. But just make sure that you're tweaking it to you. I feel like that's the most important part. Just make sure it's best for you. And then the thing is, it doesn't even have to be permanent. It's not like, if you take up running, it's not like you have to run for the rest of your days. Just maybe you run for 2 weeks and you're like, I'm kind of bored of this. Then you switch to doing yoga and you do that for a month and you're like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. Then you start lifting weights at the gym and you do that for 3 months and you're like, no, back to running. Like, that is completely fine. You don't have to do the same thing all the time. Now, I will say, if you're trying to see specific results, especially with the weightlifting, you want to do it for long enough to where you see the results. I feel like 8 to 12 weeks is a good time, is a good amount of time, especially when it comes to weightlifting, right? Now, if you're just doing regular exercises, like just to do it, then okay, yeah. Because me, I'll be switching my stuff up because I get bored easily. Okay, so personally, I switch it up. So yeah, just make sure you're tweaking it and being consistent. So that's it for today. Follow for more. I have so many more thoughts about this and just about life in general that I will be sharing. So follow for more. Anyways, bye.